So, this is still the dumbest team ever, but also the luckiest team ever. They win 23-21 against the third string quarterback. I can't anymore with this team.
I really wanted them to lose today, honestly.
Yeah, but come on. It is funny how bad Miami is with all that talent. They are a bad team.
Yeah, but this also means that
we have to beat Buffalo, and we're gonna get creamed by Buffalo. But we never know. Maybe Josh Allen gets injured and the backup comes in.
I doubt it.
I mean, at this point, it's like the stars are aligning for the Patriots to make the damn playoffs to get creamed. Oh my God. Anyway, the Dolphins' first drive fumbled, and the officials decided forward progress happens when you're mid-tackle. Stevenson would like to have a word about that because he was actually pushed back. There was no pushing back at all on this one, so I don't know what the hell the officials were talking about there. But whatever. Then they called Hill out of bounds when it looked like he was inbounds. Miami inexplicably doesn't challenge it. Then the same exact play happens for the Patriots on their first drive to Thornton. They rule him inbounds, which I think is the correct call. Miami challenges that one, and they uphold it.
I don't know,
Officials had a rough night tonight. Oh my God. I mean, it went both ways, so.
No, the Dolphins had a rough night tonight.
The Dolphins had a very rough night. But we got a touchdown to Thornton. Thornton had a nice night.
Yeah.
Just barely missed a second touchdown. Not a great throw by Mack, but on the one later, but Thornton still probably should have.
He caught a couple of good passes.
But he caught some good ones today. Good game for him. Dolphins tie the game. They were very aggressive. They went for it on 4th and 1. Oh yeah, we ran into the punter on that drive.
We still won though.
Yeah, well, our special teams is dumb. Whatever, that's a tie game. Pretty much nothing happens at that point.
Again,
Henry got a deep catch.
This team will do something in the first quarter, and they will do something in the fourth quarter.
Yep,
in the middle, you can take a nap.
We get 2 drives. We get no. Yeah, nothing happens pretty much for the entire rest of the first half. I think we go in what, tied 7-7 at half.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Or it was 7-0.
No, I think it was 7-7.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So, anyway. Dolphins eventually get a touchdown to Mozart with a nice flip from Bridgewater. Field goal attempt. And then we respond with a field goal attempt. It's good. Nick Folk had a nice game apart from an extra point. And then Teddy Bridgewater lost his damn mind and threw it right to Kyle Duggar, who had a very athletic pick six. This was not a gimme pick six.
No, he leaped into the air to catch it. It was great.
And then he juked everybody. And then Teddy Bridgewater broke his damn hand or something trying to tackle him.
Yeah, his right 2 fingers,
I think he dislocated his ring finger and his pinky.
I don't know.
He did something.
They put him in a splint.
It didn't work. He couldn't grip the ball. So in comes Skylar Thompson. Basically does nothing. He gets picked off on the next drive because Hill drops the pass, basically. It was a bad pass anyway. It's a sideline throw. Obviously, when you throw into the sideline, you want to throw to the sideline shoulder, not back shoulder. Like, what are you doing? You threw it to the field side, so Hill has to reach behind himself, and he drops it, and it gets picked off. It's a great pick by John Jones, who did unfortunately get injured. I think he re-aggravated his chest injury.
At the very end of the
game.
Hope
to God he's okay, because we ain't got no corners. Myers also hurt his shoulder, but I think I don't know what happened. I don't think he dislocated it or anything. He was walking around. Anyway, not much happens after that.
The Dolphins in this game didn't make any sense to me. I would have thought they would have taken advantage of all of the weakness that Patriots had in the secondary with all the practice squad guys they signed.
4 or 5 wide, and they didn't. So it was
Jalen Waddle did basically nothing the whole game.
Yeah, they basically didn't use him. They it was weird. Like they kept doing 2 tight end sets and stuff on Miami. And it's like, why? I mean, eventually they started using bunch formation, but go 5 wide. Stress the corners.
I don't know why they didn't.
I don't know what they were doing, but anyway, eventually the Patriots get another touchdown to on basically their second good drive. This is pretty much the formula for the Patriots. They get 2 good drives, they score on defense once, and that's their
how they win
formula.
games. Yeah.
Bourne got a good screen. They finally used him. Basically, hardly used him the whole game until the very end. And then Mac was great on this drive. This was their 9th drive. Mac did a great audible at the line. Recognized him and Myers recognized. There's nobody covering me. All the corners are on the wrong side of the field. So they audibled into shotgun, and he just threw it right to Myers, and he caught it. Unfortunately, he fell hard. I don't even know how he held onto it. Yeah. But it's a touchdown, and that's basically the game. I mean, it's 23-14. It's a 2-score game at this point. On the pick 6, they missed the extra point, which has been a problem, but whatever. Basically, the Dolphins proceed to do nothing until their last drive, where they do get a nice drive going. They get a nice Thompson's best play of the night, where he scrambled around and made a nice throw to Gesicki, and that was basically the end of the game because they did the onside kick and Hunter Henry recovers it. So it ends 23-21. Really that last score was garbage time. I mean, the game was effectively over, barring a miracle. But yeah, the Dolphins, they blow the game, and they are probably not making the playoffs now.
Which I actually think is a big disappointment, given the roster they have this year.
They're a bad team. So at this point, it's pretty clear that the Dolphins are just never going to be good.
I mean, with all that talent they have, for the first time in a long time. I mean, they've always had good players, but this year
they have a better roster than Kansas City.
Yeah, this year they really
offensively
brought in a lot of good guys.
Outside of quarterback, every other position is better than Kansas City's.
Pretty much.
I mean, look at all that skill at the wide receiver position.
I know.
Outside, I guess, tight end, Kelsey's better, but Gesicki's a good player. They hardly used him all year.
I know. Bizarre.
It's kind
of like the same thing with Kendrick Bourne. They barely used him all season, huh?
I don't understand Miami. You should fire your coach. You should. If you guys don't make the playoffs with that roster.
So they lost, 6 in a row now?
6 in a row. Inexcusable. You should fire your coach. How could you lose with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle as your top 2 receivers?
I have no idea.
They basically have 3 elite receivers on the team.
Right.
Inexcusable. You should be able to have anybody at quarterback and win.
With that team, yeah, seriously.
Holy cow.
And they have a pretty good defense, too.
Yeah, and it's not bad. They got an elite D-line.
Yeah.
But anyway.
They're also riddled with injuries like we are.
They are, but not to their major skill positions, other than the quarterback, and frankly...
Their 2 tackles.
Well, yeah, that's true. But the Patriots D-line was excellent in this game. As far as special teams was a complete disaster.
As always.
I'll give Miles Bryant credit. He played well, punt returning. Didn't actually return it. Anybody caught it.
He played well.
That's a big... He was good in coverage, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, he covered Tyreek Hill well.
He was very good in coverage. He had a really good play on the sideline where he knocked, I think, Waddle out of bounds?
Somebody
out of bounds. So, really good play.
He stepped up, so that
very good.
Impressed me.
I thought the whole secondary played well, really. Duggar obviously had a great game. The D-line was fantastic. Barmore, even Carl Davis got a sack in this game. So
Which you don't see that often.
That's when you know you're having a good game on the D-line.
Yeah.
So the defense was good. Pilardi sucked at punting. Offensively, Trent Brown had another false start. Whatever.
So did Kendrick Bourne.
Connor McDermott gave up another bad quarterback hit towards the end of the game.
Mac played pretty good.
Interior was pretty good, though. And, yeah, Mac was good. Running backs didn't do much. In fact, Stevenson, I think, had a bad game. Dropped a couple of passes tonight. Today, he was bad. Mac had a nice game. Over 200 yards, yeah. I think 2 touchdowns? 2 touchdowns, yeah. So, 11 touchdowns on the year for a broken offense? Guys, Mac is not the problem with this team.
No, he's not.
If you want to bring in another quarterback, fine. You could bring in Baker Mayfield to have a competition. But Mac is not the problem. He can be a good quarterback. You got to get an offensive coordinator.
That's still the...
Yeah. So my guess is, basically next week...
If they win, they're in.
If they win, they're in.
If they don't, they're out, in essence.
Pretty much. Well, if they lose, they need help. They need Miami to lose, I believe. Or the Jets would need to lose or something. I don't know. I'll look at the scenarios at some point for next week. But winning, you're in.
I mean, do I think they're going to go to Buffalo and win? No.
Probably not, but...
Hey, they snapped that 4-game losing streak to Miami.
But they have something to play for. We'll see what happens in the Cincy game, but...
I think Buffalo has to win too, right? To keep the number 1 seed.
They do. I mean, admittedly, it would be really funny if Buffalo lost the number 1 seed because they couldn't beat us.
That would be pretty funny.
That would be really funny.
It would be put a cap on the ridiculousness this year.
So the bottom line is this team is dumb, but lucky. And the defense is still good. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's great. I think it's a great defense.
So they have the most interceptions this year, right?
They have a great defense. They have 18 interceptions. They have the most in the league. They have 7 defensive touchdowns. This is ridiculous. They've scored every week for the past 5 weeks.
Yeah, they're better than the offense. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, they have almost as many touchdowns as Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I think, has 11. The defense has 7. Ramondre Stevenson has, I think, 6.
It's just stupid.
Just nuts.
It's just stupid silly at this point.
It is stupid silly, but look, Miami only has themselves to blame. You should have been able to win this game with Teddy Bridgewater.
Just a bad game plan for them.
Yeah, it was a bad game plan. I don't understand what you're doing. Go 5 wide, stress the corners.
They barely did that at all. I don't understand what they were doing.
They did a lot of wasted runs against our D-line that was playing fantastic. I don't understand at all. I will give them credit defensively for adjusting out of their man blitzing scheme that they were doing earlier to more of a soft zone coverage, which confused the hell out of Mac Jones until that 9th drive where they figured it out. But so that was good credit to their defense. I thought Miami's defense was actually very good in this game, and I thought their defensive coaching staff was good, but with their adjustments. But offensively, I mean, neither team was very good.
No, and we somehow came out on top.
I thought for sure the special teams would cost us the game. I can't believe they didn't. But whatever. So we'll see for next week for the Buffalo game. I mean, it matters. So, I mean, I guess at the very least, we're in the hunt till the last week. So, I guess. But please, Bill, don't use this as an excuse to keep Patricia.
No.
We got to get a real offensive coordinator.
Either way. God, can you imagine if they make it up to the high levels of the playoffs with him as the offensive coordinator? I can't.
If they win a playoff game with Patricia as offensive coordinator, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I will too.
At the league. Think about how bad everyone going for this 7th seed has to be that we're in the driver's seat.
I know.
We don't even have an offensive coordinator. We have a rocket scientist.
I know.
It's got to be the easiest science in the world. If you considering how bad he is as an offensive coordinator, it must be super easy to become a rocket scientist. Oh my God. That's got to be a meme or something.
It's hilarious. I'm sure it is somewhere.
Whatever. We get the win. Yay. We'll see you next week for the Buffalo game.
Time is TBD.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be a primetime one. I don't know. It could be.
Oh, it might.
Please don't.
Oh, it might. And it probably will be the primetime game. Oh, it probably will.
Yay.
See you later.